Alright guys, so in the last episode, we basically beat the game. Look at, we have this crazy amount of resources being stashed. These trains are just ridiculously profitable, and now we have these ships delivering at a faster rate too. So basically, I think we made like several $1,000,000 last episode. We built a large cargo dock. We built a second large cargo dock. Those are 600k each, so that's a little bit over $1 million. We bought two of the British coasters, which are like $1 million each. We added tons of horseboys across the map, which is there's just a massive like conga line of horseboys. And we bought a whole nother train too. We bought this one, and then we like flushed out the other train on this line, which had to have been like at least a couple million. So I want to say we made like somewhere around $7 to $8 million in the last episode alone. And at this point, it would be really hard to start losing money. If I just let this simulate, these lines alone have such a ridiculous amount of resources that like we could just keep adding capacity to them, and we could just keep doing that for a while. And the more ships we add, the more money we'll make. As long as we have resources stored, we're going to make more money if we add more vehicles to the line. So it's going to be really hard to actually lose money if like I wasn't trying to lose money. I'd have to like sever this train track or something like incredibly dramatic to actually start losing money at this point. But hey, that's awesome. I'm not complaining, but that means we get to buy a whole bunch of cool new toys. The last episode, we bought those two new ships. And then in this episode, I'd like to start expanding the cargo network to somewhere else across the map. Oh, and welcome. It is episode 11, June of 1880. So we need to think about where to actually expand, and this is something I thought about a lot because this map is big enough. We're going to need more than just one central hub, which is insane. We're going to need one central hub for like each mainland, so it's kind of like nicely split in half like this. And last episode we planned it a little bit, but one central hub is probably going to go somewhere here because it's just begging for a hub. It's like wide open space. And then the other one probably going to go somewhere around here, I think. It's just the most space we have. So that means that this existing train line could either go left or right. And even though it's like on this side of the kind of split down the middle, this island, this like the right half, the east half, I guess, of the island is just a lot bigger than this left half. This left half has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess, I don't know. This half, it's just like a lot more space. Like maybe it's the same city amount, but just looking at like from here all the way around here, all this is just like bigger. So I think what that means is we're going to have more cargo hubs on this side, which means there's going to be more traffic. And train gridlock is a thing when you get to the late stages. And I can already tell by the amount of resources we have here that we're going to need a monstrous amount of trains to supply all these. So I think even though this route is like kind of on the east side of the island, I think I want to have the route continue up to the left over here. And then that should even out if we plan the number of like cargo hubs we need. Like, so we have one central hub. Cargo hub will probably go like here. Maybe another one here. I don't really think so. It's like 1, maybe 2. We're going to have another one probably like, I don't know, maybe we do like a port hub thing over here. So like 3. And then 4. I want to build one here. So 4. And then into this line. Whereas at the cargo hubs we have over here, there's going to be one central one. Maybe we have one, I don't know, maybe 2 over here. Definitely a third, probably somewhere around here. Probably going to want one like right here 4. We're going to want another one, probably like maybe somewhere around here. Maybe another one right here, so it's like 5 or something. So I think this one's like 4 in this line. And this one is like 5 in this line. So I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't make too much of a difference. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm just feeling we go to the west. So I guess now that we have like a pretty much constant stream of income and we paid off like half our loan the last episode, we can probably just start work on another train hub. And I don't think we really need to go small either. We can probably go big. So let's just plan it really quick. It's coming this way. It's going to have to do like a sharp turn. Probably want to come like through this little mountain pass. Probably go off this way. So I think that means our train station should go somewhere along like this. And then, see if we do want to expand, let's just make this one as long as possible and have it be 2 tracks as well, because we can afford a 600k investment now, which is nice. We have $3 million. When did we get 3 million? I just looked and it was like 1 million. But I think, I mean, let's see if we can get away with just direct connecting the stone. I mean, I guess that's not first priority. I think it would go something like, let's make sure, whoops. Let's make sure it like goes off in the right direction as well. Oh, someone gave me a tip, I think, of where you can hold the shift button and then like rotate your mouse, which is awesome. I didn't know that. So shout out in my tips and tricks video, I think it was, someone left a comment. So huge thank you to whoever left that comment. It's super helpful. I think we're going to want something like this. Okay, let me just quick check that before I have to refund anything. So the trains can easily go off this way. And they're going to be coming through. Yep, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So let's start building. And we're going to have to do like a 2 crossing kind of thing here. Eventually, we'll probably just want a bridge. Or actually, you know what? Let's just redo the road a little bit. And I guess we're past the point where we need to be like saving money on contours, but I don't know. Kind of like just following the contours anyway. It's just like visually satisfying. And if that's not a recurring theme at this point, I don't know what is. So sorry, horse boys, you guys are getting, oh crap. Oh, that was a main connection. Please don't stop producing lines. I thought that was just to this station. It's not to that station. It's to the, I guess it's just wheat. But let me, yeah, horse boys, you have a new route. I guess we didn't need to like fully destroy all that, but we did, so and I can't remember how long I made this station. Is this station as long as the other one? No. Yes it is. Okay, so if we ever need to expand more, I guess we can. And oh wow, we have a lot of ships coming in here. Maybe it's time to get another port here. Now those 2 guys are leaving. So we just have 1, 2 waiting. I don't know. If we ever want to, we can expand that later. But right now, let's do this train thing. And how are we going to... I think we want to do a bridge for this wheat. Because the train will come through. I mean, honestly, who cares? We can build a bridge later. Let's just do this. And so I like to start with whatever side of the track will be pressed for space. And it looks like this left side of the track will definitely be a little bit more pressed for space. So I'm going to start with this side. And I mean, that doesn't affect speed limits. Let's see if we can get away with not affecting speed limits. We can get away with not affecting speed limits. Cool. Why wouldn't it build into the ground like that? Yeah, of course I want it cheaper. Okay, cool. So we have this. We need to keep in mind we're building on the left side of the tracks, so we just need to leave a little bit of room for the right side of the tracks. And now let's just make a big old curve like this. Maybe I could do like something like this. No. I think something like this probably works. And then let's see. Ooh. I mean, that doesn't affect speed limits. Can we get away with like a tighter turn? We can't get away with a tighter turn. So maybe we get away with this like tight old turn. And then again, we have tracks on the right, but I also don't want to have the tracks too close to the water. So I think that'll probably work. And then that will bother me, so we can come back and paint that later. And let me start from the other side now. So we're starting on the, now that we have the camera flipped around, this track is on the right. So let me start on the right on this side as well. And then again, if we need to build bridges or whatever, we can. And that is giving me an error for some reason. Do we even have lines on these roads? No. So, I mean, I'm just going to... Oh, main connection will be interrupted. Okay, fine. I mean, we can always just build this road later if we want to. Dude, I don't know, man. Let's just keep building this. That shouldn't give me errors. Yeah, I think it was giving me an error because there was like an intersection and you can't do a crossing on an intersection, but this should be fine. And so if we have it like this, that should give us pretty much a straight shot to connect over there, which it does. And I think, yeah, the crossings are fine. So maybe now how much will it be to just connect it? Looks good to me. We don't need to bore into the ground that much. I mean, maybe we, instead of just connecting it deadly, or directly, not deadly, maybe we build just a little bit more into the contour. And then, let's see, it's going to have to come probably this way a little bit more. And is that boring into the ground too much? It's not boring into the ground too much, so I think this will be just about good to go. And that should connect hopefully without any speed limit loss, which it does. Nice. It's boring into the ground quite a bit here, but that's fine because it's like part of the mountain range almost-ish. It's like kind of hilly, and I think that's fine. So we have one side of the route finished, and let's go ahead and build the second side of the route. Someone in the last episode mentioned as well too, it's better to start small with train tracks, and I am not doing that at all. So sorry. At least we have the money to spend on this, so I don't feel that bad about building all these train tracks. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend building these massive, train routes if you're broke. Which is why we're only doing this now in episode 11. So this will make us money though, as we saw with the other one. And let's do this. And then I usually like to start from here. Something like this. Probably good. And then if we want to, we can have the train continue on. But for now, this route is looking good. So now let us build some truck stations here and connect all the industries. But first I want to paint this because, like I said, that is definitely going to bother me. And it shouldn't be too hard. Just something like this. Just to get the beach back on the beachfront like that is looking a lot better. And now I guess I can make a new line real quick. And ooh, that is a good question. You know what? We don't have like an end point on this cargo hub, so the train won't be able to just stop and turn around. I think the trains only stop and turn around on the actual like dead ends. So when we do want a line, we're gonna have to just edit this green line and make like a through connection, which will be interesting. I've never had through connections on my cargo hubs. I always just do like one stop at a hub, one stop at the central hub kind of thing. So this will be really interesting. And are we passing time? Yeah, we are passing time. I think, honestly, guys, we could probably start passing time a little bit faster. It's only been 10 years. It's been 10 episodes. At least now we're making money, so I feel a little bit better about time passing. Whereas before, we were just waiting around for money, so I don't know. I didn't really feel fun. I wanted to enjoy the time periods, and I feel like I have thoroughly enjoyed the time period. So yeah, we can start passing time a little bit faster. I feel like the regular speed is just like way too fast still. But okay, so eventually we're gonna want cargo. What's the word I'm looking for? Buildings. Maybe we just place one large cargo building and connect it to the stone. Something like this. And then maybe we just do, I mean, this will be our road connecting like the whole station later. But for now, this is probably just going to connect to the stone. Just make sure there's plenty of connections here. Cool, so these should light up now. Okay, so that's nice. The stone is directly connected there. And let's see, we're going to want to connect, I feel like this oil one will probably be better served going to the whole hub, the whole greater hub itself. But let's just go ahead and start placing down some truck stations. For the like main central station, actually, let's go ahead and just do as big as possible because I really don't want to mess with the like alternate platforms. Like ever in general. Like when I'm setting up the lines I'll do it, but I really don't like going back in and setting them up after the fact. And let's just do, they have to be close enough to be connected. Let's build this road here, but we also want them to be close enough or far enough apart to expand if we need to. And something like this is actually probably good. And if we want to expand, we can make this road a little bit less wibbly wobbly, but for now, those two are connecting, which is great. And let's see here. So let's build a smaller truck station. I'll go 20 meters just for like prepping for when cars get bigger later on in the game. And honestly, I mean, does it matter that much? Yeah, whatever. I'll just do it. Let's see. Is that cheap? Dude, we don't need... Oh, just one platform. Holy guacamole. Let's see. I mean, that is a lot more expensive. Do we need to do that? 75k. Yeah, that's about as cheap as we're gonna go. Gosh, the thing I'm worried about, I don't know if trucks will be able to go here later on in the game, and it would be really annoying to go back and edit all these to make them longer, but I guess that's just a risk that we have to take. So let's do this, and let's do... Can we do a curved road here? Okay. That intersection is really gross, but it works. And let's see, so that's... Let's go ahead and start making these lines. One hub here, one hub here, something like this, something like that. And then let's do this. So this is Scunthorpe Cargo Yard Truck. We might have a problem with the naming conventions because the other one might be named Scunthorpe Cargo Yard as well. If we really need to, we can change it to like north and south. This is just called Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe Cargo Yard, rail, train, rail, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, now we can... Hold on. I swear I just named this cargo yard truck. What did I just rename cargo yard truck? I'm gonna have to go back and watch this footage. I swear I just typed in cargo yard truck. What on earth did I rename? Did I rename this? Cargo yard rail. Dude, I'm going crazy, man. I have no idea what I just renamed. I swear I just typed that in. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. Dude, I must be going crazy. But let's rename these lines, I guess. So this pink one is going to the machines. These gray colors are really hard to see, but kind of is what it is. So let's see. Cargo truck, Scunthorpe, machines. And let's do the alternate platforms now so we don't have to come back later. And let's see, where's this other one? Oh, yes. So there is 2 Scunthorpe cargo yards. This is the second cargo yard. Scunthorpe. I'm just going to call this Scunthorpe North. Just slap an N on front of it. And let's see. Let's see. This one, Scunthorpe North. I have never played on a map big enough where there have been 2 cargo yards at one city. That is mental. Scunthorpe North, Scunthorpe North, and let's see, I think we had one more line. Yeah, this one. It's going to be a cargo truck. Scunthorpe North, sorry. Scunthorpe North, oil 1. I'm going to call it oil 1 because there might be... And we might connect in... Nah, we're not going to connect in other oils. Oil, and if we do, we can just change it then. And let's make this one... What color does that? I think that color matches perfectly. And let's connect the coffee beans. And then we can start adding trucks to some of these. Oh wait, we don't even have a... We don't even have a... truck stop. So let's do that. Let's just find where it's cheaper. Again, money is calculated based on straight line distance. So let's do... Wow, this is a cheap one. 73k? Cool. And then, I don't know why I'm pinching pennies. We have the money for it now. It's just habit. And then this is going to be coffee. So we have more coffee. Cargo truck is not cherries. Scunthorpe North. Coffee. And let's see, are there any other low-hanging fruits we can connect in? We can connect in those 2 if we want to as well. Honestly, let me get some... I mean... Yeah, sure, we'll just connect them in now, why not? In the spirit of things. And we just need a small little road. Maybe we make this one a medium county road. Getting fancy now. And let's see. That is kind of disgusting. So what if we did like that? Oh yeah, that's cheap. Okay. Sure, something like that. I got another comment too saying that the straight roads I use make their eyes bleed. So I'm going to try to start using curved roads a little bit more. And honestly, I've never used curved roads. It's just, I don't know, some things trigger me incredibly, like the painted grass, like that triggers me. For some reason, the curved versus straight roads has never bothered me even a little bit. I have no idea why. It just is not something I like look at. So let's place this wheat one. We'll do something like 75k is pretty cheap, but we can't expand that. Yeah, let's do it over here. Then let's just do this one over. There's probably fine. We can add in another couple lines. Bam, bam. Crap, I forgot about the alternate platforms. Let's see. This one is going to be cargo truck, Scunthorpe, North. What is this? Distillery? Distillery. Let's do this one in like a dark yellow. I don't know, dude. Maybe this one. And let's make another new line. Something like this. And this one's just going to be wheat. So we have like a dark yellow and a light yellow. Something like that. Just to get the point across. Those are all alternate platformed. Cargo truck. Whoops. Cargo truck. Scunthorpe. North. Wheat. Scunthorpe North, Scunthorpe North, Scunthorpe North. And how many industries is that? We could do this coffee one real quick if we wanted to. Oh no, we need to get this quarry because we actually have a quarry producing. So this one is a must. So let's go ahead and grab a truck station. Again, I don't know why. I always like placing my truck stations just directly out front. It's usually the cheapest. And for some reason, it's just the most visually satisfying. I really like to imagine the world being a real place. And if the truck yard was like way over here or something, like even though that's connected, like just thinking about the employees walking the goods over there, it just like, I don't know, dude, does not fit the vibe check. Whereas this, having it right out front, it's like, oh yeah, the employees will just like walk across the street and drop it on the cargo truck platform. So I don't know, that's kind of my thinking there. Again, it might be silly, but I mean, whatever, right, it's working. So let's do, since this is brick, I'd like to get, I don't really like using the like white colors. I guess I use them for the machines factory, but I mean, yeah, that means we use the like color of the produced good instead of the raw good. I mean, honestly, guys, don't think about it too much. I might not be like perfect in my conventions, but a lot of this is just for vibes. So Scunthorpe North brick. And I think it's a pretty solid chunk over there. I mean, while we're at it, let's just do the freaking coffee over here and just get it over with. So, wow, why is that so expensive? Cool, that's a lot cheaper. Let's do, it's going to be our second coffee line. Coffee bean line, not just regular, not just any old coffee, but coffee bean. Let's do this darker red. And I don't think I've ever really used the darker red. Cargo truck, Scunthorpe North, coffee 2. And that makes this one coffee 1. And I'm glad we looked back at this because it doesn't have alternate platforms. And let's just look through all these and make sure they're all alternated. I think we are finally, ooh, glad we looked back. I think we're finally almost just about good to go on the truck aspect of Scunthorpe North. And again, if any of this is confusing, just watch my video on cargo hubs. I have like a pretty comprehensive guide on this if you know any of this is confusing. But let's go ahead and, oh, we have a depot here. Honestly, we probably could use that depot. That depot is pretty close. It's actually close to, I mean, it's not like right next door, but like, let's just use it. Even though they're so dirt cheap, I really feel like depots should be more expensive because even in the beginning of the game when I was broke, it just makes more sense to place more depots rather than to like use one depot. So, oh man. Okay. So we know we need one that carries coffee. Again, I like visual variety. And how many, this one carries oil. Okay, let's get like, I mean, what are we dealing with here? This is our variety. Okay. So they're like mostly all cargo. Let's get this one for oil. I'm gonna start with, I mean, I guess I'll just start with one. I don't know, dude. I don't really want to go back and do this again. Okay, fine. I'll do one. One, let's get the oil line moving. Oh, wait, we have to assign a train to it. Yeah, let's just get the lines going. So, one, we need Scunthorpe North oil. Scunthorpe North oil. Let's get a dry one for a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. And then I just did a minor goof. The pause and play button down here is the same button as my like recording software. If I press the space bar, it stops recording. So if my mouse, if it goes to the other screen and then I click the recording software and then I click the space bar, it'll stop recording. So unfortunately, I just bought vehicles for all of these lines, and I was careful to like choose different vehicles for each one of the lines. But unfortunately, I pressed the freaking space bar button and then lost that footage. Or it wasn't lost, it just didn't record at all, which is annoying. That's exactly what happened in the last episode where I like transitioned to the bridge. But you guys didn't miss too much again. It literally was just me going through and buying vehicles for each one of these lines. And if we come into the vehicle manager down here, we can see that the Scunthorpe North Cargo Yard, all the lines we just made have vehicles on them. They're just one vehicle. And now we need to buy trains so that these vehicles aren't dry heading for too long. So let's go over here and buy a... No, we don't even need to buy a train. Wait, we just need to adjust the route. Let's try it. Let's do manage line. So we're going to do... Let's see, this is the middle. It's going to go this way. We want it to go back to Scunthorpe. Nope. We want it to go back to Scunthorpe and then back to... there. And then why is that giving me an error? Oh, it's because, shoot, let me undo this. We forgot to add crossovers and stuff. So let me add a crossover just to make sure that they can cross over. And let's see. We're gonna have to do it probably after this crossing right here, unless we build a bridge like right now. So do we want to build a bridge right now? I don't really feel that strongly about building a bridge right now, so I'm just gonna do the crossover over here. And let's do something like this is probably fine. Just make sure they can access both tracks, and maybe a little bit longer there. Cool. And then we just want to do the same thing over here. And now we should start signaling. I can't remember if I signaled already or not. I don't think I did. But let's just do something like that's probably good. And then just another crossover. Something like this. Maybe it goes a little bit faster. Bigger one. And then, yeah, so we do have to signal now. And I like to do signals on the front of stations because I think it looks pretty. There's really no like, I know there's signals already built into the stations, but again, vibe check, guys. So let's do signal the roads like so, and let's signal these roads by so. I have a train guide coming out soon actually, and it's probably going to come out next week. I'm still working on editing it, but I go over signals and stuff pretty comprehensively, so I highly recommend checking that out if you guys are confused by how trains work and stuff. But I'm actually really excited for that one to come out too. I think it's a really good video. But let's just keep doing this. Just like roughly like every couple train lengths is probably good enough. And then, so we have the crossovers here. Let's do something like this. And then the signal should be good. Just like this. And then now this one is going to be like a two-way kind of thing. So we do have signals on that part of the track, which is great. And so now if I expand it, now that we have the crossover here, now it should work. So Scunthorpe to Ottery, we want to go back to Scunthorpe and then over here. Yeah, we didn't get an error. Cool, so now with that working, we should actually start seeing all of these pop off. Which we do, yay, our cargo hub is working. I always love the satisfaction of seeing like seeing once you connect everything, seeing everything work. So we're definitely going to want to add some trains to this route over here. And you know what? We're making so much money. I'm feeling gutsy. We're going to 1 times date time speed, and we're going to pay back our loan. So that's crazy. We just built a massive cargo yard, and and we're paying off our loan after we built it. Instead of like taking out a big loan to build it, we're so cash flow positive that we just built a massive like rail infrastructure and cargo like truck infrastructure as well, and then we pay off the loan instead of taking out more loan. And so that's going to end this one here, guys. Join me in the next episode where we add more trains to this, but this is looking good. I hope to see you guys in the next one.